Hey, what's up, guys? It's Smalley's. It's getting a little bit later in the year, and people are putting their deer stands up, feeding deer, getting their food plots set up or whatever. And people are kind of giving up on bass fishing, but unfortunately for them, this is one of the best times of the year to bass fish. I'm just gonna show you the ways to keep bass fishing even when it gets colder, and I'm talking about probably 1st of November to about a week in December. That's what I call late fall. So I'm going to show you a couple baits to use and show you what to do with them for fall bassing. Now this pretty much only applies to probably the southeast, except for probably out west, like in those California lakes or whatever. But first off, I just want to show you probably one of the better baits out there, because you can still fish this all the way into the winter. Works good in the fall too. This is just a shaky head worm. You can pretty much get him anywhere. I just have a Lucky Strike, kind of a cheaper worm on there. It's a good little worm. It's a floating worm, so with this jig head, it'll stand straight up. It's actually a football head, so it rolls over rocks and whatnot. I just have a little Shimano Sonora here. Pretty good little reel, about $45. And here's the second one. This is probably number 3. Here I just have a little Lew's crankbait reel, speed spool, $80. I got a Tech-Spit cranking rod here. Awesome cranking rod for the price. 7 foot. The baits, what we're really looking for here. This is a DT4, my absolute favorite shallow crankbait. I mean, rolls over just about anything. You can see that super circular thing there. And you gotta have these wide gap treble hooks here. It's got one big hook on there, and these things are just great for fall, especially during the transition. And of course, Rapala always has the real detailed colors, so they're really good. Especially got blueback herring on the lake. But just wanted to show you that right there. That will work on almost any lake in the southeast. Well, what I was saying about why it only applies to southeast is because once you get further up north, you just get those couple cold nights and almost everything shuts down. Trust me, I've been there. Now here we just have a little Shimano Sitka. Not the most expensive Shimano, still a good one. Daiwa Jupiter, 7 foot, medium. It's more of a, medium heavy. It's more of a medium. It's a super soft rod for being medium heavy. It's an awesome rod. I recommend these to anyone. And then what we have on here, I don't know if they make these buzzbaits anymore, but this is a Norman triple wing or triple blade or something. And you can fish these so slow without having to reel your buzzbait real fast and get it on the top of the water. You can just edge these buzzbaits around. And I know you're probably thinking the colder it gets, the less they'll hit top water, but I've honestly caught bass all the way until Thanksgiving on a buzzbait. For some reason, they don't hit any plugs, but they'll hit a buzzbait. And a spinnerbait too. I throw a spinnerbait on that rod. It's another good fall bait. Now here, I'm guessing this is the best one right here. This is just your good old half-ounce to quarter-ounce rattle trap. I mean, just a phenomenal bait almost any time of the year. I got it on a little top water. It's not a real good rattle trap rod. Just a little Bass Pro Shop Strength Stick, the old model there. I just got an old Black Max, the old kind, not the new one like I have over here. But it's probably the best bait ever made. Is this Bill Lewis rattle trap. I mean, in the fall, it just works, if there's fish trying to move up, eating bait fish. I mean, this thing just calls them in. You can catch anything on it, too. Big pike, stripers, smallmouth, largemouth. Anyway, now here's the last one. Now, this is somewhat of a new bait. It hasn't been popular for probably about 2 years now. It's really gotten popular. This is the old A-rig. I'm sure you recognize it. You have to be careful because this is sometimes illegal in some states. You can only maybe have 3 hook Alabama rigs. This is a 5 hooker. Now, in your lakes with your little thread fin and blueback, you don't want real big swim baits. These are about the cutoff point. I believe they're 4 or 3.5 inches. This is a light Alabama rig. Now, I will tell you they're expensive, and I've seen people try to throw them on 15-pound tests, big game. 20-pound tests. You need braid. Either it's got to be at least 50-pound braid. I'd go even 65. Some people even go higher. And that fact is just not breaking it off when you throw it. And you will get this bait snagged. It has 5 hooks on it, big hooks. So if you get a log on the bottom with that 85, 65-pound braid, you can easily just pull it out of the log. Unfortunately, sometimes you do lose a couple Alabama rigs, but it's well worth it when you go over a school of 4-pound largemouth. So, and I've caught multiple fish on one Alabama rig. I know you see people on YouTube videos, 25 pounds of smallmouth and 2 casts, but those really aren't that true because it's not 2 casts in a row or whatever. I mean, technically you could get a 20-pound limit in 1 cast, but I doubt that'll happen. But anyway, those are just a couple of things to use during fall. So just remember, late fall's coming up. It's not just for deer hunting. So that's it. Smalley signing off. Have a good late fall fishing season, and see you later.